In Unit 12, Part 2, we are talking about adding and subtracting like fractions, which hopefully should be reviewed when we do the basics of this. And then we move on to parts of variables like a little bit further. Hopefully, the original ones will be pretty basic. So it's important to remember when we add or subtract like fractions, that means they have a common denominator. And so if you look at 12 over 13 plus 12 over 13, they already have a common denominator of 13. So I can actually just add 12 plus 12, and then that's over 13. I do not add the 13 together. So that would give me 24 over 13. And then to simplify that, I'd write it 1 and 11 over 13. For number 2, I have negative 17 over 50 plus 19 over 50. So I have a common denominator. So I'm going to just add the tops, negative 17 plus 19, all over 50. Again, I do not add the 50 together. So that's going to give me 2 over 50, which reaches to 1 over 25. So all these 3 and 4 for you to try. Again, this should be reviewed since they have common denominators already. Skipping down to 5 and 6, just a little bit harder because we have mixed numbers. So there's a couple ways you could do this. I'm going to do number 6. I'll show you 2 ways to do it. You can pick whichever way you want. First off, since I'm subtracting a negative, I can go ahead and just switch this to plus 3 and 4 fifths. Alright, one way to do this is to take 3 and 4 fifths and turn it into an improper fraction. So I do 5 times 3, which is 15, plus 4, you get 19 over 5. Once I do that, I can go ahead and add the numerator, so I get 23 over 5, and then when I turn that into a mixed number, I would get 4 and 3 fifths. So one way to do it is to take your mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. Alright, go ahead and write that down. And then the other way you can do it, since I'm doing 4 fifths plus 3 and 4 fifths, I could write it vertically. So what I mean is for 3 and 4 fifths plus 4 fifths. Okay? I can add my whole numbers, which is 3 plus 0 technically, and get 3. 4 fifths plus 4 fifths is 8 fifths. Now, I know that I have an entire 1, because I have 5 out of 5, so I can add that and get 4, and then be left with 3 over 5. So either way will get you the right answer. Number 5, I'll leave for you guys to. On number 7, okay, it's a little bit different because I have some variables, but if you look at it, I still have the same denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write negative 4x minus 41x on the top, and I'll just have 45 on the bottom. If you want to, you can rewrite this plus negative 41x, whatever is easier for you. So negative 4x and negative 41x gives me negative 45x over 45. And now where I need you to pay attention. The 45 is times x, 45x. So that means I can simplify these. Okay? Those will both become 1. So my final answer will just be negative x. Because I have a 1 out in front of it and I have a 1 on the bottom. So I can just write negative x. Looking at number 8, I'm going to start by rewriting because I'm subtracting a negative. So it's going to become plus positive. So I can add my numerators, 11 plus 5. My denominator stays the same. So that's 16 over 12x. Now, I can reduce the coefficient and the whole number up top. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. 12x divided by 4 is 3x. Okay, notice that the x stays on the bottom with 3. Also, I do not turn this into a mixed number. I leave it as an improper fraction because I have a variable. Looking at the back side, it says you run the 60-yard dash in 7 and 9/20 seconds. Your friend runs it in 6 and 19/20 seconds. How much faster is your friend's time than yours? If you want to know how much faster your friend is, which means you're going to take your time and you're going to subtract your friend's time. Again, I'll show you a couple ways to do this. The first way would be to make both of these improper fractions. So 20 times 7 plus 9 is 149 over 20, minus 20 times 6 plus 19 is 139 over 20. So I could then subtract the numerators. The denominator stays the same. So I would get 10 over 20, which reduces to 1/2. So your friend is half a second faster. Another way to do this is if I want to write these vertically, 7 and 9/20 minus 6 and 19 over 20. I start with the fractions. I can't do 9 minus 19, so I would need to borrow. So that would become 6. I add 20 to this, so I'd have 29 over 20 and 19 over 20. So subtracting those would give me 10 over 20. 6 minus 6 is 0, so I need to reduce that to 1. Okay, so either way will get you the same answer. Alright, what's left are review problems for you. These fractions in simplest form are really important. Please make sure you're doing all those and you're grading all of those.